Hi, welcome back to my channel, and this is a sound off on the Real Housewives of New Jersey. So Margaret is planning her mother's 75th birthday party. And I really love that gesture. I love that she's doing this. She really wants to celebrate her mom. And, you're supposed to do stuff like this, right? And she's putting a lot of emphasis on her Hungarian culture, which I think is great. She's explaining, she shared Marge Sr.'s story about, having to flee Hungary at a young age with just the clothes on her back. And that hit home for me because I've had family members who had similar stories and similar experiences. And then, of course, what's going on right now, in the Ukraine and all of that. So it was nice for her to share. It was a nice little, it showed us a little different side of Margaret and Marge Sr., right? My only issue with that was I felt like, are you sharing your immigrant story because the people been coming for your neck because of the intolerance that you've shown towards Jennifer? Because I feel like you made a lot of little ignorant comments towards Jennifer in the past. So are you sharing your immigrant story now so that people, let up off of you a little bit? Because that's what it feel like. This is what it seemed like to me. I don't know. So Teresa is packing up the house, getting ready for this big move, reminiscing, getting rid of things. And Dolores is coming over to pick up, the things that she don't need anymore to take over to the women's shelter, which I think is really sweet of Teresa and Dolores to do. But that's pretty much what they was doing. Now you got Antonia and now you got Melissa and Antonia at home, and Melissa is getting on Antonia's nerves. And honestly, I don't want to watch this girl be annoyed with her mama because, girl, as much as we don't like Melissa, that's your mama. You need to like her, okay? Because, girl, you only get one. You only get one mama, and when they go, they don't come back. So, girl, we all been a teenager and we all been annoyed with our mama, but I really don't want to watch this, Girl, enjoy your mama. Enjoy your mama, girl, while you got her. That's all I'm saying. So Jackie goes to therapy, and I really don't have too much to say about that, I hope that she sticks with it and she gets the help that she needs because, girl, like I said before, the things that they were saying at that first meeting about your heart and this and that and that and that shit was scary. So I really do want her to get that together. But since she's going to be on this show, we're going to talk about this show. Homegirl is at home, and I think they're getting ready for Marge's party, or they talking about Margaret's party. And she was telling Evan how the menu was going to be Hungarian food. And then Evan was like, oh, I love Hungarian food. This your husband and you don't know he like Hungarian food. Evan, who you been having Hungarian food with? Who you been dining with, Evan? Who have you been eating Hungarian food with, Evan? Yeah, all right, Evan. So Jennifer is at home with Bill, and they talking about this party as well. And Bill is really not trying to hear too much about Margaret and these group of people. He just like, whatever. And Jennifer, you are my girl, but you're gonna piss me off. She gonna piss me off. I'm glad this season is almost over because Jennifer really getting on my nerves. Jennifer is really sitting up here mad at Bill, talking about Bill need to make it right with Joe and the other guys. He was defending you. He was defending your name. They were shitting on you and he was defending his wife. And you really want him to go kiss up to these men because you have decided to kiss up to Margaret. Jennifer, I hope you really didn't get down to that reunion and embarrass me. That's all I know. That is all I know. Because, girl, what? He didn't cheat on them. You want him to make it right with him. Girl, All I know is you better not have taken your behind to that reunion. Embarrass me, Jennifer. But anyways, we're back at the Judice house and the girls are still packing again and they're reminiscing about, how things used to be and, leaving the memories behind. And they showed a lot of, flashbacks of Nona and Juicy Joe. And I used to really like Juicy Joe until he started, until he lost his mind and started being disrespectful to his wife on television. Damn. I don't care what nobody say. This is why I'm rocking with Teresa until she is no longer on this show. I'm riding with Teresa because she has really gone through a lot. And I'm not trying to say that, people make mistakes. We all know she's paid her debt to society. So y'all can hate her if y'all want to. But Teresa has really gone through a lot over the years. We haven't dived into anyone's life the way that we have with Teresa's, and Teresa has gone through a lot. She has experienced a lot of change, and that is why if you want some fuck shit, please just dismiss yourself now. Just go away. Because we don't have time for you and your shenanigans. We really just don't have the time or the space or the energy for any of it. Teresa, why you marrying this man so fast? Teresa, girl, you really want to marry this man? Can y'all wait a little bit? Anyways, back over at Margaret Sr.'s birthday bash, Margaret is still talking about, her Hungarian menu and her Hungarian this, and we're going to have the Horny Hungarian table over here, and she's really proud. I love to see people be proud of their heritage, because I'm proud of mine. And I know what it's like to grow up where, your friends and your peers they don't have the same background as you. And so sometimes when you're younger, you kind of suppress it a little bit. And as you get older, you get older and you are proud of where you come from. And you appreciate it a lot more as you get older, right? So, but Margaret very much gives me, I'm going to pick on the other immigrant girl so that no one comes for me, right? I'm going to pick on the Turkish girl. I'm going to pick on the other immigrant girl so that the rest of them don't come for me. We all going to pick on you together. That's the energy that Margaret has been given since she brought her behind on this show. She did it with Siggy, and then she's doing it now, or she's been doing it with Jennifer. So it's just really weird how proud she is all of a sudden of her heritage when you've been making fun of the other immigrants on the show. You don't really try it with the Italians though, do you? But anyways, so everyone's arriving at the party, and as Melissa and Joe, and I don't know who else, they arrived together, but Melissa's walking in, and I think it's the brownstone. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention, and I'm not going back to watch it. But I think it was the brownstone, right? Because she was saying how, this is where we had little Joey's christening. And she was throwing shade because y'all know how that ended up. And it's so funny to me how whenever Melissa brings up the christening, she acts as if someone came to her christening and tore it up and ruined the event. No, it was your husband. Your husband acted a plumb fool at that christening, and it turned into a disaster. Did nobody else do that? It was your man. It was your husband. He did that. He showed his behind at that christening and tore the place up. But she be acting like someone else came in and did that. I'm going to need Andy to ask her one of these days, like, Melissa, you are aware that it was your husband, Joe, that messed up the christening, aren't you? Because she really be acting like she don't know it was her husband that did it. Like it's not on camera. Like we didn't watch it. Like you can't just go on Hulu and go back and watch season 3 first episode. Anyways, the house husbands, they're gathering up and they talking amongst themselves and they're getting liquored up and everything. And Big Frank, Big Frank calls out Lil Joe. And he was like, you going to be on your best behaviors, right? You going to mind your manners, right? You're not going to come for Bill like y'all did last time. And he's talking, yeah. You better act like you know. You better act like you got some sense. Because it seemed like everybody has been given their orders before they left the house. And Lil Joe, he's still in his feelings. He's still upset about the whole situation. This man really felt as though Bill, he really felt as though Bill owed him an apology. Yeah, I can't do nothing with Joe Gorga. Joe Gorga, y'all could really not be on this show next season as far as I care. Because, you really felt like this man owed you an apology. When you and Evan were insulting his wife. And your wife was jumping on his wife. And you was saying stupid shit to her. You really feel like Bill owes you an apology. I would tell little Joe to fuck off. I really would. But anywho, apparently, y'all was all bigging up Evan online, but apparently Evan had to text Bill and apologize because he know he was wrong for what he was doing that night. He had lost his mind. He let little Joey influence him and he got besides himself and he had to send an apologetic text to Bill. I guess. I'm over these husbands. Like next season, we don't want none of them. We just want to see them in the background. We don't want to hear nothing from any of them because they really showed their ass this season. And y'all pumped their head up to do so last season. Oh, the husbands, Jersey husbands, fuck the Jersey husbands. We don't care about them no more. Next season, no Jersey husbands. We don't want you. Sit in the background. So, of course, Teresa was not invited to Margaret Sr.'s birthday party, but of course they got to bring her up and bring up what she said about Margaret in the leggings last episode. And Melissa's like, is she invited? Melissa, you knew damn well she wasn't invited, but whatever. And Jackie is like clutching her pearls. Oh my God, Teresa said that? You should never body shame anyone. And see, this is why I be skipping over Jackie's solo scenes because I really don't want to say the wrong thing about Jackie. But Jackie, you full of shit, girl. Because, you know, the people don't mess with a housewife fan base because they don't play that shit. The people found a tweet where Jackie, you were fat shaming Jennifer. Talking about if she watch what she eats, she won't need lipo every week. But now you want to clutch your pearls because Teresa said that Margaret's ass jiggles too much in the leggings. And if she was wearing her leggings, her ass wouldn't jiggle. You want to clutch your pearls about that, Jackie? The very first episode, y'all was making fun of Jennifer's nose. But you want to clutch your pearls about a jiggly behind and some leggings. Y'all so hypocritical. I just can't really take. I know y'all like them girls, but I don't. Anyways, I just can't do Jackie, Margaret, and Melissa. I can't. And Stacey, I can't do you either. Stacey, she mad because she felt like Teresa was being nice to her husband, but she's mad at her for what her husband said. And it was like that. I just can't with all of y'all hypocrites because let's be real here. You were feeding your husband what to say at the guys' night. That's why your husband went up to Louis and was asking all of the questions. I don't see it for Louis, so I really don't care. But it's like Teresa did have a reason to be annoyed with you because you don't know Teresa. So you getting all in her business. She has a reason to not like you. She don't have to like you for that. She really don't. Margaret is like, oh yeah, Teresa puts men on a pedestal. She's a pick-me, yada, 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 yada. All of you are. All of you women are. When Jennifer called little Joey little bitch girl, everybody's like, oh my God, you don't talk to a husband like that. You don't talk to a husband like that. Teresa is very what they call old school, but all of you are. All of you women are pick-me's. All of you women bow down to the men. All of you women are somewhat misogynistic. All of you are. All of you. All of you. Teresa, I will say, Teresa, I think, is a little bit afraid of men. Just a little bit. She don't like to argue with them. She don't like, I don't know what happened, what all she's experienced, but she gives me very much that she's afraid of men. Last season when she had to speak to not Bill, she had to speak to Evan, she seemed like she was shaking in her boots to go approach Evan. She was scared. And I think Dolores even commented on it and was like, you know, Teresa, the way her brother speaks to her, the way her husband speaks to her, she doesn't like to fight with men. But that's why I don't feel good about people like making fun of Teresa about, oh, she's a pick me. There's something a little deeper there than just being a pick me. She seems to be somewhat afraid of men, like to challenge them, to go off on them. Now, I'm sure she can handle hers if she had to. But it seems like it's a little fear there. That's what I'm picking up on. But anyways, I'm going to wrap this on up. The guys make up. The women decide that they're going to go on their cash trip to Nashville. It really wasn't much to see here. This was a filler episode. Happy birthday to March Senior. You deserve to have you a nice little celebration and everything, you know. It was cute. I liked it. But pretty much that was all. That was pretty much all. It was March Senior's birthday and Teresa was packing up her house. That's my sound off. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.